Hello, my lovely Virgos. Welcome to Soulsick Tarot. My name is Christina. I'm going to be doing your general read for the month of February. I hope that y'all are doing well. Gender neutral. Roles can be reversed. There's something else, but I don't remember. Gender neutral. Roles can be reversed. Time is fluid. Take what resonates and leave the rest. There it is. Hope that y'all are doing well. Okay, let's see what we got. We only have three things. The Father, the Medallion, and the Gem. Well, I mean, I feel like the Father is, just the gem and the medallion. The Father is the idea of, kind of like falling from a pedestal, like feeling like you're on top of the world, and then, kind of feeling caught in the treachery of humanity. Treacherous being human. Sometimes it feels that way, especially if you feel like you're on top of the world. The riddle. Cards are not coming. Oh, there's one. Oh, okay. I just had to say that it wasn't happening. Okay. The orphan, the riddle, the self, the gem, and the medallion. I want to say, Virgs, that this is just kind of the idea that, with the father and the orphan, it's the idea of abandonment, of falling down from your pedestal and into abandonment. I'm trying to understand why. I'm trying to figure out, what's going on. And I want to say, just really gaining some insight into yourself that's allowing you to kind of solve this riddle. And I want to say, in this instance, find value in yourself. That is propelling you forward toward, I want to say, confidently reaching for something. So there you have it. Let's see what we can get in terms of clarifiers. Two of Pentacles. The cards are struggling today. For you anyways, I don't know. The Two of Pentacles, I want to say, is just finding balance. This is very self, I want to say self-recognition, just understanding how it is that you went from feeling on top of everything and, just almost like a god in your demeanor, to feeling so out of sorts and just kind of I kind of want to just be ho hum, that's the feel. I just feel how did it get here? I don't know. I don't know if this will resonate with you or not. And I don't know what this is in context of, honestly, because I feel like it could just be in context of life in general, just feeling really down and out and feeling like you just really need to understand yourself so that you can move toward, what it is that you want in life, which I'm guessing is balance. Seeking out a state of balance, especially with the father, because it's just kind of that idea of being on top of the world, or being completely down and out, and not wanting to be all or nothing. And I think feeling a little all or nothing. the Queen of Cups. I love the queens in this deck. They're so coy. I feel like I say that every time, probably. This is, I mean, you know, it's a love offering. The excerpt in the card, you know, is just kind of that idea that she's got this full life of passion and love and understanding, and she offers it to you, but it's like, if you can handle it, like if you can drink from this chalice. The Nine of Wands, the Phoenix rising. The Queen's up in here. What? Okay. Shadow dance. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. See how they're so coy and they're always like offering something. They're like, can you even, you know, like, but I mean, again, the Queen of Pentacles is just kind of that fiery, vivacious energy, you know, just full of life and experience and love. I mean, it's just like this, like, I feel like it's this exuberant, passionate, offering that you have been watching. I mean, the shadow dance in traditional tarot is the devil, and I love the one in this deck because it's not so maniacal, you know. It's just kind of this idea of I mean, it does carry with it, you know, the idea of envy and temptation and, you know, like a longing. And I mean, I guess what I would say in terms of this read is that, I mean, because you're the Phoenix rising here, and I really just feel like that's what the self is, just this rising from the ashes of I want to say just like a trigger, or, you know, something that has left you feeling on the side of things. And that you've been kind of like gaining an understanding of yourself, and during this, you know, understanding of yourself and this like rising up from the ashes of whatever it is that's going on in your life that has just got you way out of sorts, because I feel like this is just like something beyond like where this is kind of heading. If that makes any sense. But you have the Eight of Wands with the shadow dance, and I kind of feel like it's just that, again, that idea of like having something that you're watching, something that you've been watching, something that you are, I think, desiring, you know, like just in terms of, it's like something that you're reaching for. And it seems like, I mean, you know, the Two of Cups is a card of separation. You know, this is just the idea of like two people not being able to be together. And then you have these two queens. Which, I mean, I want to say, you know, just like what I would say anyways is just this idea of something that's really carrying like a fullness of it. Because I don't read that as two separate energies. I mean, it could be two separate energies. It could be that, I mean, because the Pentacles is an earth element. So, I mean, it could be that you're coming in with this offer of love and abundance, or, you know, or this person is offering it to you, whoever it is that you're separated from. I feel like it's just kind of like this, like they represent, I don't even feel like it's necessarily like an offering. I feel like it's just a representation of just like what you view them as. And you know what you're seeking to kind of like grasp. Is what I want to say. Okay. Let's see what else we can get for my Virgs. The Village. Oh, with the Village. Okay, let's see what we can get here with the Village. What's going on here with the Village? I don't know. The Knight of Cups. Like, what does it have to do with the Village? You know, the Knight of Cups is just kind of that. I mean, it's that, like, come on, let's go. You know, like the Knight of Cups is very slow moving. And yet, you know, I mean, it seems like it's something that you've set your sights on. I don't know what that has to do with the Village. Maybe it's that idea of you're like, come on, let's leave the Village behind. I don't know. Like, what is the Village to you? Like, I don't know. I kind of want to say that the Village is like a mentality. I mean, the Village is a place where like you can't get any bigger than they want you to be within the context of who they are. You know, like you can't rise up above them. And I want to say that it's just kind of that idea of like feeling capped out and abandoned by your Village. I feel like the Village is like over here with this little section of the story, you know? And that's kind of what's left you feeling a little bit out of sorts and needing to really like understand yourself and figure things out, because I think you were just feeling really confused about like everything that was going on in your life. And kind of awakening to yourself, and then wanting to move towards what you had been watching, which I want to say is a person who you've been separated from, that you're wanting to move toward in a more balanced state. Whoa. Okay, hold on. That's literally like, holy shit. Okay, yeah. I'm just going to take the two that were flipped. You have the Seven of Cups and the Lovers. Which, I mean, with the Two of Cups and the Seven of Cups and even the Orphan in the Village, you know, I kind of feel like you've just been feeling emotionally depleted. You know, like you just haven't had a lot in you because you've just been, I want to say, like trying to recover from this huge imbalance that you were experiencing in life. But like in coming into yourself and bringing yourself back into balance, you are, you know, creating, I want to say like recreating your value, because I don't think it's you're like newly valuable, you know what I mean? I think it's more of that idea of like just like seeing your value and understanding your value. and wanting to, like move towards love. I want to say close the divide. Shit. The Lovers and the Queen of Swords. So you have the Lovers twice now. And the Queen of Swords. You have like every queen from this deck almost. Still ever coy. Like, can you handle the truth? Can you handle the love? Can you handle this abundance and experience and like all of the things? One of your reads was I'm every woman. Where it's like, yo, check this shit. And I feel like that's kind of the vibe here of like, yo, check this shit. But something that you've been watching and you've been wanting, and I think that does carry a lot of value for you. I mean, I feel like there have been, like, even reaching back into this summer, just that idea of like, you just wanted somebody to hear you, you just wanted someone to see you, you just wanted someone to like value you and value you the way that you valued other people. Virgos, you guys are so detail oriented and you have such a critical eye and a critical mind. Like, it's terrifying sometimes, but it's also one of those things where you just like, you notice details about people. And you I don't know what to say, like memorize things about them. And because you do that, you have like this, I want to say like thorough knowledge, like this thorough understanding of people. And I mean that in terms of all people in your lives, not just like romantically. I think that like any of the people who are your friends or your family and just people who you care about, they're like, that's just like a Virgo trait. Because you're so detail oriented and you notice all the details. And I feel like what you were wanting was somebody who saw you, somebody who heard you, somebody who took the time to listen, somebody who you could open up to and let your guard down, because you weren't constantly trying to just like keep everything together and make everybody else happy. You were like, what about me? I feel like that was kind of like, that was like a prevalent question. And I feel like in terms of this, it's just that idea of letting go of what you were clinging on to in terms of the village, however that resonates for you. Because I think you had been at the top and then you had been at the bottom, and you were like, again, why is it that nobody hears what I'm saying? Like, why is it that nobody sees? Like, why do you not get this? Like, how is it so hard for everybody to get? And then I want to say, through this separation, I'm reading the cards, but through this separation, I want to say that you're seeing that this person that you're separated from, like, in a way carries all of that, like that honesty, that recognition, just like this awareness of you, this, I want to say like a constancy, that I think in some way has offered you something more fulfilling emotionally than what you had been experiencing before. I mean, even here, like even in the separation, I mean, the card like the excerpt in the card is about like, you know, these two lovers who separate knowing that they're going to come back together, and just like that longing for each other during this separation. And I feel like with the lovers here twice, you know, just that idea of like, that's what you've been longing for, that's what you've been wanting, is that somebody who can show you like an awareness and a passion and a, you know, just like a fullness of love that matches your own. You know, somebody who can love as hard as you can love is almost, you know, I mean, really and truly what all of this says. So, you know, that seems to be pretty on par with the rest of the earth sign reads. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a great month, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.